Thank you for joining me again for Glitchy People Change the World, episode 4. What we're talking about today is the second module, the topic of overcome opposition and be a hero. We all benefit from your creative work. Economist Enrico Moretti researches economics at UC Berkeley. He's an Italian economist, which doesn't mean he studies the economics of Italy. It means he is an economist who happened to be born in Italy. And what he actually studies is innovation and geographic concentration. He wrote a book that you really should read called The New Geography of Jobs. What he claims is that when a manufacturing firm opens, the local region benefits in the ratio of 1 to 3. In other words, for every employee the company hires, 3 other jobs are created. This is called the Moretti multiplier. So a factory comes in, a lawyer, teacher, and beautician in the community are also hired. But the plot thickens. If the employer is an innovation-based firm rather than a manufacturing-based firm, could be software, biotech, etc., the ratio is 1 to 5. So for each employee the tech firm hires, 5 local jobs are created. So a lawyer, a teacher, and a beautician, but also a tax accountant and a burger flipper are also hired. What does this mean to you? As your creative output increases, you might save the world, or at least your community. It takes us to the topic of creators as rulers. It's time for creators to rule the world. Creators help society shift to new realities. Politicians and other influencers offer the same tired solutions and then congratulate themselves. We need your art. Percy Shelley was a poet. His wife, Mary Shelley, is the one who wrote Frankenstein. But he said one time that poets are the unacknowledged legislators of the world. That actually happened in Czechoslovakia a few years ago. Artists are often thought of as bohemian or free-spirited and unconventional. This is the story of a true bohemian, someone born in Bohemia. His name was Václav Havel. He was born in Bohemia, which became Czechoslovakia, and Václav Havel defeated an empire. Havel was born in Bohemia, Czechoslovakia in 1936. His country had declared independence from the Austro-Hungarian Empire only 18 years before, and it ended up being a combination of what is now the Czech Republic and Slovakia. Then 2 years later, his country again lost independence to the Nazis. As soon as the Nazis were gone, the Soviets took over. So Havel was a playwright, but the Soviets eventually banned his plays. He took a job at a brewery when he ran out of money, but he kept writing. People began to distribute Havel's works directly, person to person. Someone would copy his works by hand and pass them along to evade the censors. And in between prison stints, he continued to write these plays. Some plays were about his own experiences. Havel then turned to essay writing and published an essay which eventually toppled the empire. It was called The Power of the Powerless. The Power of the Powerless gave hope to dissidents of totalitarianism. Oppressed citizens, not only in Czechoslovakia, but in Poland and other states, also read the essay. They began to take courage. Solidarity rose in Poland. Then a few years later, the Soviet Empire fell. Havel saw his vision come true. He became the first president of the freed country. Are you prevented from creating? Maybe you must care for children or elderly parents. Maybe you work long hours in a job you hate to provide for your family. Maybe your art is against the law. If so, remember Václav Havel. Do as much as you can or find another way to distribute your art and encourage other creators to do the same. If you were more creative, how would you be more successful? Great things come from focused personal improvement. So, meet me back here tomorrow for the next module.